All right, so here we are. This is back into Merch Informer. You guys are probably pretty familiar with it. The first thing that we pushed out this morning was dark mode. So I really kind of dislike really bright screens, just the way I've always been. So to enable dark mode, you want to go up here to your profile, click on profile, and click this dark mode button, which makes everything look so much better. So now that dark mode is enabled, I'm going to keep that enabled the rest of the video, and probably in the videos coming up next, whenever I do them for the live videos and everything. So dark mode, make sure you turn that on. Looks really good. We released 2 new modules this morning. They're going to be down here in the left-hand side, Notes and Merch Calendar. So we'll go ahead and open Notes here. I've deleted all the notes for this account just so you guys can see. It's a blank screen, but in order to add a new note, you just want to go down here to Notes, click Add a New Note, which will bring up this little page here. So the way I've been using this is I often come up with a lot of ideas when, I'm watching TV, maybe I'm searching the internet, not even thinking about merch, and I see something and I go, hey, that would be a really good idea. So yesterday I was talking to Ken Reel, and he sent me an article about the cocaine Santa Claus thing that's been gaining a lot of scrutiny over the past week or so. Walmart ended up taking down a cocaine Santa t-shirt, or maybe it was like an ugly sweater or something. It was hilarious. But anyways, I found an article about other related niches to that, which were kind of controversial. So the first thing I did was I came in here and I added some notes in another account about, some topics I want to do research on. So I could just come in here and I could say, Merch Informer, and put some notes here, note here, dabbing, if I could spell, dabbing Santa, look up, and then put a link in here, so on and so forth. So I basically use it to write down all my thoughts and revisit at a later date. So we just go ahead and click save. It's been saved. So if you were to come back in over here, notes, you'll see them all lined up. So I know a lot of people have been asking for this. We finally pushed it out. I think it looks great, works great. So you guys should start using it, because previously the way I was doing things, I was using a ton of different notepad links on my desktop. That got really, really, really kind of complicated. I couldn't find where I was saving things. So this is basically an easier way to make sure you stay organized. So the next thing we added down here, left-hand side, it's at the very bottom, the merch calendar. I know a lot of you guys have asked for this as well. We have United States, United Kingdom, Germany, and then unofficial holidays. You can come in here and start looking through. For the US, we have just the typical holidays that everyone's used to. But what I find really helpful, and what a lot of people don't seem to be looking at, or maybe it was just me looking at them, there is a lot of unofficial kind of bogus holidays that people buy around. So if you just click over here to unofficial holidays, today's the 16th, so that's a white page. But you will see so many of these different holidays, and you can go through month by month. Darwin Day, World Radio Day, Gumdrop Day. All right, so all of these are in here, so you can actually take a look and make sure that you're getting your designs up for these random, obscure niches that people do spend money on. When I started looking at different calendars maybe a year or two ago, and I wrote on the Merch Informer blog, I started putting up some designs in each one of these niches that I came across, maybe 2-3 months down the line, and that ended up turning into sales. Now, if you're designing for Battery Day, for example, I wouldn't expect you're going to get 100 sales, but you might sell 1, 2, 3, just a few sales per shirt. And remember, that's going to happen every single year. So it's a good way to build up your portfolio of evergreen designs designed around the most random days. Croissant Day, you see up here. So the World Naked Day, that's for Matt Carlett. If he's watching this, I see his name in there. So lots of good stuff in here. Here's Germany. Same sort of calendar you can go through here. You can take these, you can add them to the notes section. Do your research first. Don't just go designing random stuff for daylight savings time or, Good Friday, so on and so forth. Make sure you're doing your research so you're coming to the table with unique designs that people actually want to buy. So this is not for coming in here and going, let's design something for World Naked Day, and just throwing up whatever you want. That is probably the easiest way to get a little bit frustrated with merch, is just designing random things, spending the time designing them, putting them online, and going, where are my sales? So keep that in mind as well. So those are the two new modules we pushed. We did update the Merch Informer lister here, which is up at the very top. That needs to go through a Google review. So that's been sitting in Google's review for a few days now. But when that is updated, all right, so if you just click here, it'll bring you over to the store. This allows you to hotkey everything to your keyboard when you're uploading to Merch by Amazon, changing prices, changing different colors, adding different products. What we added was the ability to check and uncheck pop sockets in the UK and Germany. I know that we've been a little bit slow on that, but that is because they weren't rolled out to everyone yet. So that is now good to go, been rolled out. It just needs to pass the Google review, which it should in the next day or so, I would assume. If you click this link and install it and you don't see UK or DE, please don't get upset. It just means it's still under Google review, so that should be out any day now. Let's see, what else do we add? Oh, the inside of the Merch Hunter, this is going to look a little bit different. So I know a lot of people have been kind of asking me, they want to look at specific bestseller ranks in specific, how am I supposed to say this? In specific, I'm stumbling over my words here. Specific ranges, that's the word I'm looking for. The reason why you'd want to do this, and I've been using this for probably a week or two now. The reason you want to look at specific ranges instead of before we had it 1 to 100,000 or 100,000 and above, if you can actually come in here and do specific ranges, you'll be able to niche down your research a little bit more in areas that other people are not looking at. So you'll be able to find some gems in there. So let's say, for example, we want to look at 500,000. So that's pretty close. Say 764, right? We still have search by bestsellers, top 100, top to top 500, marketplaces, categories. So all that stays the same. I want to see everything in this price range, which is $0 to $100. That's going to incorporate every single, basically, product you can think of that we sell on Merch by Amazon, and in this very specific bestsellers rank range. So keep that in mind. And we're going to go down here and click search, and this should bring back the results pretty quick. So there we go. So in this range, 500,971 to 764,687, that's going to be the sales rank range that we're looking at. So these aren't going to sell a ton, right? Which means you're not going to run into copycat issues. You're going to be able to find things that have sold. They might actually have some reviews, and they're definitely not going to have 10,000 other sellers in them. So let's actually take a look at that. Scroll down here. All right, so here is the first design. If you look at the range here, 500,971, that is where we started the BSR range here. So this is brand new. It's going to go from that range upward, sorted by the best sellers. So right here, this is a base clarinet shirt. You'll see that it's got 1 review, 1 rating, price middle of the road. And we also added this right here. So this is going to tell you, when you're doing your research, which way the bestsellers rank has swung since it last got updated. This is really helpful in determining, like, hey, is this shirt starting to trend in the right direction, which means the bestsellers rank is going down. Remember, the lower the bestsellers rank, the more shirts they're selling. So that's going to be in green. For this one, for example, again, don't do AC/DC. This is probably a brand shirt. But to illustrate, this bestsellers rank is going up, which means they're selling less of that. So we can just come in here, look at the features. We see that it has 1 rating, 5 stars. Go ahead and open this. Very, very, very simple design. You could do something related to any kind of wind instrument or anything that's played in, say, high school band for this. So that would be helpful. Come down here. Yeah, so everything looks pretty good. Here's a very simple design that's sold. Okay, just text. It's trending in the right direction, so it's dropped almost 1 million BSR since this last got updated, which means it's moving in the right direction. We're not sure how many sales it's getting right now, but see, over the last 30 days, it's been about 1 million bestsellers rank. So it's sold maybe once, maybe once, maybe twice, but not that many. As you'll come down here, you'll notice a lot of new niches that you might not have found in the previous iteration of the Merch Hunter. So this is definitely going to give you an edge. I would suggest searching, before, when I was doing my research maybe a year or so ago, I was looking 100,000 to 300,000. But I'm finding a lot more success looking 500,000 and above, just to look at the different niches that I might have not been aware of. Let me look at comments, since I have not seen those. Let's see. Hey, Steve. Hello, Iara. Hello, Jack. Hello, Matt. Brian, Todor, Dimitar. Neil, any chance to ever get the Merch Informer trademark check extension to check UK? Jack, that is something that we are currently looking at. It's taking a little bit longer than expected. But once we have something there, we will let you guys know for sure. I know that is probably one of the most asked things. I personally would like that as well. I actually, in the case study that we were doing, if you're not familiar with that, merchinformer.com/blog. We're running a new case study, see if we can take kind of an abandoned account of a buddy of mine and bring it to 100,000 valuation in 12 months. We ran into some trademark issues in the UK and Germany. So if you're not familiar with that, go check that out. It's a pretty good series we're running. But anyways, let's keep going here. Punk, what do we got here? Scottish Terrier, okay. Scottish Terrier, Mario Kart. Now again, guys, we don't filter these results by brands. You don't want to do Mario Kart. You want to use this to find where people are buying product. You don't want to use this to say, hey, I should create a punk shirt that says professional uncle, no kids. You want to look at the design. What niche are they selling in? They're selling in the uncle shirt, the uncle niche rather. They're using the distressed look in the uncle niche, and they're making, kind of a pun or a joke in the uncle niche. So that's what you want to take away from this. You want to take away that it's priced kind of middle of the road. They're making a decent royalty on this. They have one review, so it's selling. That's the kind of thing you want to learn from this. All right, let's see. Let's keep going. See if we can find something interesting. Wouldn't do this. Would not do this. The different military branches, U.S. Marine Corps, I'm assuming that's what that's for. Even though that it doesn't specifically say Marine Corps. See, they got around Amazon by saying USMC down here, if you guys can see that. Don't do that. Military branches, if you mention military branches, you are going to get in trouble with Merch by Amazon, so heads up right there. The dude, yeah, don't do this either. You're going to see, we see this all the time. Merch by Amazon program's gotten big. A lot of people don't understand that you can't infringe on other people's IP, intellectual property. The longer you do this, the faster you'll be able to call this out, see it very, very quickly. Amazon's gotten a lot better at taking this stuff down, so keep that in mind. What else we got? Stay classy. Stay classy. Oh, Class C. Oh, that's a good one. You guys can see that right here. Stay classy. All right, so Class C, I'm assuming that's the driver's license you need to drive a huge RV thing? Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I don't know. I don't drive an RV, but I sell some RV shirts. People buy those. People buy those a lot. Oh, something else we added up here to the Merch Hunter. So you have all these sliders that you can slide around, take a look at. We also enabled, instead of searching by sales rank or sorting them, so as we saw, I had set this to like 500 something. That's where it started, and it goes up from there. So these are going to be the best sellers in that range. We also added this button right here, which will allow you to sort everything by reviews. Depending on how you're doing your research, that can be really, really helpful, because topics that have a ton of reviews, although they're very, very hard to compete with, they sell like crazy. I mean, we have some shirts that have, over 40 or 50 reviews, and those are such evergreen shirts. They bring in so much money each month, but it's taken a long time to get there. So you can look at those niches and not say, hey, how do I compete with this shirt? You can look at those niches with tons of reviews and go, hey, how do I compete in this niche? And you do that by coming up with unique stuff, unique phrases, so on and so forth. So, any questions so far? Hello, Amber. You just joined. Keep going through here. Like this right here, I would have never thought about, different driver's license classes. So that might be something I'd take from this design. I wouldn't say, hey, I want to make a shirt that says stay Class C. I'd look up, what are the other driver's license classes? I think there's one for truckers. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably some other ones out there too, but see, I'm not familiar with that, so it would require me to go, Google it, figure it out, take a look at those niches in either the merch hunt or the product search, so on and so forth, and figure out, like, hey, there's these other classes of driver's license, who uses them, why are they using them? So for example, if you're driving, say, a semi-truck, you could do a design strictly around that. So that's what I would take with something like this. Now, let's actually just take a look at this shirt. This intrigues me. It's got 2 reviews. It's priced over $20. Okay, I would personally probably not recommend that, but these guys are doing pretty good. Retro Sunset RV Stay Class C Camping Camper Gift T-shirt. This is not a bad title at all. This is pretty good. All right, so they have what's on the shirt here. I did a blog post about this. They have what's on the shirt. They put some keywords after it. So camping, camper, gift. And they actually put a keyword before it. So I probably would have said Stay Class C Retro Sunset RV Camping Camper Gift. So I probably would have put this part after the Stay Class C. But anyways, the whole point of doing your titles that way is it tells them what is on the t-shirt. Okay. Then you include a keyword, 2 keywords, or 2 keyword phrases afterwards. And I found that if I change my titles to that specific kind of thread, right? So I put what's on the shirt plus a keyword phrase plus a keyword phrase. It works perfectly. I don't know what it is, but they get indexed super fast and they start selling. So go look at that on the blog. It ends up working really, really well. Let's see what they did for their keywords. Let's see. Whether you're the pilot or co-pilot for this next excursion, go in style with this clever design. You'll make your next park neighbors jealous. All right, so right there, park neighbors. Okay, that's a keyword. Pilot or co-pilot. I'm not sure if that's a phrase in the RV community. It might be. So those are the 2 keywords you could pull out from something like this. RV owner, traveler. So they just put in some keywords down here. So overall, not a bad listing at all. Let's go see what the ratings say. Fabric is fair quality, not to my liking. Something we really can't deal with. Sizes run small. I'd rather loose fitting. So on and so forth. All right, so sometimes you can come down here and read the reviews, and they'll tell you, what the person didn't like about them, what you could actually change in your own design, something unique. They might give you ideas down here. So I always go down here and read the reviews if a shirt has them. So something to keep in mind. But the big takeaway here is their title is awesome. Their bullet points are actually pretty decent. I might change the second one a little bit, and they basically just says makes it great. Bam, 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 bam. But other than that, this is a really good shirt. So kudos. If you are watching this, kudos to you. Let's go back and keep looking through this list, see if we can find anything else. We got a CNA. So remember, guys, we're using the Merch Hunter. We're playing around with this BSR range thing. Slider, if you will. Price range we're keeping open because we want to see everything. We sorted it by sales rank, but you can sort it by reviews. So let's sort it by reviews here and see what we come up with. Give that a second to load. This might take a little bit longer. Let me check the comments. All right, no comments. Okay, let's keep going. So here we go. In this specific range, again, remember the range of 504, 888. So that's going to be the sales rank all the way up to almost 800,000. Excuse me. And these results are now sorted by reviews, not sales rank. Okay, so we'll come down here. It's going to be in this sales rank range, but you're going to see that right here, like, here's the Solar Eclipse shirt. This was 187. I think I know whose shirt this is. They might be watching, but crushed it, right? Absolutely crushed it. And look at that. It's still selling. It's still selling. So that is why I think this person probably had priced it lower in the beginning. But that's why I priced lower in the beginning, because once you get these ratings here, okay, or reviews rather, you're going to keep selling this stuff for a long, long time. So this one, trending in the right direction, right? 490,000 BSR drop, which means it's selling more. That's what we want to see. These are all going to be in order of reviews. Remember, it's sorted by reviews here. We can just go through and we can say, okay, Trump 45, find your safe place, Snowflake. So what I'm going to take from this, just looking at it right now, I'm not going to say, hey, I'm going to go create a Trump 45 shirt. I'm going to say, look, Trump niche, okay, distress design, America, right? 80 reviews here, 80 reviews, priced pretty middle of the road, but it's trending in the wrong direction. So they're making a little less sales, okay, because, you know, Q4 is coming to an end here. That's what I want to take away from this. So I might do more research into the Trump niche, find some unique phrases. Maybe he said something in the last week or so, which he probably did, that might work on a t-shirt. So keep that in mind. But that's what I'm looking at when I'm sorting these by reviews. I want to see, you know, how did they put the shirt together? What kind of elements are they using? So right here, big bold text. They're using, you know, American flag. They're distressing everything. They're going into the Trump niche, and they're making a ton of money. That is what I am looking for. All right, so let's keep going here, sorting by reviews. And guys, all of this stuff, if you look at it, it's so simple. None of this is very complicated. This is probably the most complicated shirt right here. I know whose shirt this is. Very, very good job. Now, one note on this shirt. I know this is... you know, some people might say, hey, why hasn't this been taken down? It's related to The Walking Dead. I think Amazon has checked this shirt out and decided to keep it up. But parody is something that I personally kind of stay away from. I think it's playing a little too close to the edge. And I value my merch account. So I just kind of stay away from it. Even though I come in here and go, oh my god, these people are making so much money. It's just not worth making those extra sales. And then waking up one day and going, oh, merch banned my account. Well, they banned your account because maybe you went too far with your parody or something like that. I just don't mess around with it. So keep that in mind when you're looking through this stuff, guys. What else do we have? These are just really simple designs. Very, very, very simple. Here's Shane Dawson, Science Matters, Neil deGrasse Tyson. So you'll see a lot of the big brands in here have a lot of ratings. You don't want to be infringing on the brand, so I know I keep having to say that, but sometimes people don't listen, so we'll throw that out there. Mommy of the Birthday Girl. I mean, just look at this one. This is insane. 56 ranking. This design is so simple. Anyone watching this could make this. Let's see. Scroll down here. So when you're looking at these reviews, now reviews with images are always awesome to look at, and they show the customer that is thinking about buying this why they should buy it. So if you ever get one of those, be very, very thankful. They definitely help. But I always sort these usually by 1 stars at first, and I read through and figured out why people didn't like what they bought. I didn't expect the writing to be actual glitter, but it wasn't even a gold color. So right here, that is why Amazon cracked down on the glitter warnings, if you guys will remember 6 months ago? Something like that. But it's because of these reviews right here. Amazon doesn't want 1-star reviews. You don't want 1-star reviews. So make sure you're not, you know, talking about gold or rose gold or glitter, because it might confuse people, and it absolutely confuses a lot of people. Let's see. Okay. So this person hates that it wasn't glitter. This person says bad quality, fit. Here's one. The print is too light. So maybe if you're designing a t-shirt in the unicorn niche, go with darker colors, perhaps. Not sure. Let's see. Let me find anything else helpful in here. Picture of glitter letters. It's not. See, it's multiple people complaining about this, so that just shows why Amazon did what they did. So. Not bad, not bad. Let me close some of these tabs. I got a million things open. Let's see here. What else do we have? Sorry, this beard is taken. Very, very simple design. Priced at $19.97. They're making money. They're not making as many sales. So the last time this got updated inside a Merch Informer, it was a lot lower. So the BSR is going up, which means they're selling less. But nonetheless, 50 reviews. So they're crushing it. Let's see, what else do we have here? My favorite daughter gave me this shirt. Okay, this was probably uploaded quite a while ago. So simple. If you try to do this today, I bet you'd get 0 search traffic. When was this put up? Yeah, 2017, so that's been up for a while. Does anyone have any questions? I'll probably do a little bit more research with this slider up here, because this is basically what I've been doing a lot of lately. And we'll probably try to find 1 or 2 more different niches, talk about them, and then I'll hop off unless any of you guys have any questions. So drop those in the chat if you will. And I am going to do... Let's just look at a really small range, something like that. So we're going to set the price range 0 to 100, so it's going to include all the shirts. Shirts with a price range between 403,000 and 554,000. Bestsellers rank, we're going to sort it by sales. We're going to click go. And we're going to give it just a second here. Give it a few more seconds. Oh, something else I should mention. Let's just load it in. The Merch Informer graphics up here you see on my page. I'm just going to open this real quick. The computer's just lagging a little bit. These are 100 different vectors that we have started giving away to the subscribers that are not on a newbie subscription. So if you are on a newbie subscription, if you just go to your subscription settings page and update that to Pro, that is going to give you 100 hand-drawn vectors a month. It's just going to display 5 of them. The new set for December should be dropping sometime this week. I don't have an exact date on that, but we took all of the suggestions that you guys put in this box right here and put together a new pack of 100 vectors, so that is really, really cool. I know if you were to go out and, you know, get an artist to draw you these vectors, you'd probably be paying $5, $10, $15 each. We're giving them to you guys for free if you're not on a newbie subscription. And if you ever run into an issue where you need a license, we put a license right here that you can download. Show that to merch, show that to anyone you want if someone complains about them. But they are commercially free to use. We basically don't police that at all. We let you change them any ways you want. If you want to just put that on a shirt and sell it, be my guest. These are basically free for you guys to use and hopefully make some money off of. So anyways, let's go back to the Merch Hunter. We're playing around with the BSR range, and we changed this back to sort by sales rank. So we're looking in this specific range if we can find some niches in here. So let's scroll down and see what we got. Blessed to be called a granny. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now look, it's in the range 403074. Okay, so it's just slightly above our very lowest sales rank here. Has 1 rating. It's priced very high. It's trending a little bit in the wrong way, but hey, it's, you know, it's above 400,000 BSR, so it's not to be expected to be selling, you know, 50 a day. Let's go ahead and open it here. Great design. Sticks out. They put it on a white shirt. Okay, so, you know, this I think looks really good. It's kind of the target audience. Women's blessed to be called granny. Colorful gifts. Grandma tea. All right, so just talking about the titles real quick, I would say blessed to be called a granny, so I'd keep this. I'd keep this right here. I'd get rid of T because Amazon is now putting T-shirt at the end of the title. The way I like to do things is put what is on the shirt, so this right here, and then plus a keyword phrase, plus a keyword phrase. If you can get that right, I promise you, you will sell more shirts. I've been doing that the past couple of months, and it's working out really, really well. Dina, so are there more than these 5 designs? Are they hidden? Okay, let me just open that back up quick. If you go to the Merch Informer graphics at the top of your page once you're logged into Merch Informer, these are just a preview right here. To download them all, click the download all button, and it will download a zip file full of the vectors to your computer. All 100 of them are there. All right, so let's go back to this shirt. Taking a look. So I would change, if I was doing, I'm just talking about the title in general, switch this up to what is on the shirt plus a keyword, or plus a keyword phrase, plus a keyword phrase. And don't put T or T-shirt at the end. Amazon automatically does that. Okay, that works. I don't know what it is. They get indexed really fast. It's currently working. I went through and I changed a bunch of titles just to see how well it worked of ones that had not sold in a long time. Next day I log in, there's like 5 or 7 new sales on those shirts. So it definitely works. Blessed to be called a granny. Colorful gifts. Grandma tea. Amazing gift for mom. Gigi, Mimi, Mother. Okay, terrible, terrible, terrible. This is a terrible bullet point. Please don't do this. It leads to a really bad customer experience. Okay, sentence form. Read it out loud to yourself. This is a long-term game, guys. Long-term game. You don't want to just try to make a bunch of sales and the shirt dies off because Amazon's like, okay, they're getting a lot of people clicking back, or they're getting a lot of people reading this and not clicking the add to cart, so on and so forth. All right, so for the second bullet point, it looks like they put the exact same title of the shirt in here. Again, not a good idea because you have that right here, you have that right here. You don't need to repeat yourself 3 times. And awesome present for, okay, so they said amazing gift for, now they're saying awesome present for, and they're just listing out a ton of different stuff. So I would not say this is I'd say awesome design, so good job on the design. You got a 5-star rating, good job, good price, so you're making a good royalty. But dear God, you need to work on your optimization of the product. This could be more than 1 star and you'd be selling a lot more. Amber, how would you go about finding a sub niche inside a crowded niche like tacos? Okay, good question. So the first thing I'd probably do is just let's go to the Social Hunter. Okay, let's go to Pinterest. So this is what I usually do. I'll come over here to the Social Hunter. I'm gonna type in taco. I'm gonna click search here. Hopefully nothing breaks. And it comes back. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm looking at things outside of t-shirts. I'm going to try to find a funny saying or phrase, and then I'm going to run it through merch research. Okay, so let me do 1 second here, merchresearch.com. Let me just bring that over here. All right, let's see if we can find something that's not currently on merch. There's a ton of taco stuff. RJ, if you're listening, you're probably selling most of it. Let's talk about it. We're looking for something that kind of makes us stop and go, that's interesting. Let's see, what do we got? What do we got? If anything sticks out to you guys, let me know. You are the salsa to my tacos. All right, let's just give that a shot. So I'd come over here to merch research. You are the salsa to my tacos. I'm just gonna hit search. 9 results. Okay, right there. That is not very many results. But if you actually take a look at the shirts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So actually, in reality, there's only 4 shirts on Amazon that say that, and I would say most of them are actually kind of bad. This one's not too bad. So right there, that is in a huge niche. There's only 4 shirts available, but what I'm usually looking for is something that is not on Amazon at all. Like, there's no results for those phrases. Even though it's in the huge niche of tacos, if you can come in with something that's super unique, make sure you're optimized properly, that is how to get in front of the right audience. But let's keep going here. Let's see if we can tacos up, pinkies out. So I just do the same exact thing. So tacos up, pinkies out. I think that's what it said. Tacos, yep. Okay, so we'll just search. 1 result. All right, so there is another niche that you could possibly go into, a single shirt here on Merch by Amazon. But again, I want to find something that is not on Merch by Amazon. Let's see. I know a lot of these phrases are there's probably a ton of shirts up there. Let's see. Something like, okay, so this is kind of a really stupid design, but it made me stop and it made me laugh. So that's kind of what you're going for on Amazon. Because remember, if people are scrolling through on Amazon, let's just say, taco shirt, and this is what they're doing. They're going, all right, which one do I like? And they're scrolling this fast, right? They're just looking for something that sticks out to them. If you can make them laugh or pause or anything like that, so something this stupid, that's how you're going to get a customer's attention. So let's like a taco. Let's go back over here and look. Like a taco. Let's see if we see anything even related to some naked person bending over. Now, there's 389 results here. There might be more if we go to the second page. But I'm just going to quickly scroll through here. I am not seeing anything. Nope. So the results up here, I'm looking in the left-hand corner, stayed the same. So Like a Taco has 389 results. But remember, I'm going to differentiate myself with something this ridiculous and see if I can maybe put something like that on a shirt, because that'll make people pause and like, what the heck is that? They'll stop and they'll look at it, and that's how you're going to get the customer's attention, which hopefully leads to a sale. So just scroll through a few more of these. I mean, nothing is popping out to me like that one thing we just found in the social hunter over here. Still looking. Now, you'll also notice I put in Like a Taco, and now it's opened up on the, what page are we on? Like the 4th page or something. It's opened up a lot more results, but that's because they're pulling back probably the main keyword tacos here instead of Like a Taco, and really just opening it up to all the designs, because pretty much no one goes to, I guess we're on the 3rd page, pretty much no one goes past the 1st page in the results, but yeah, I'm not seeing anything like that. So in order to get into a giant niche like tacos, I'm looking for something that, one, isn't on Amazon, okay, because we don't want to be copying people. 2, you want a phrase or image, right, that's going to be unique to Amazon. Again, we don't want to be copying people, but we want to be in the overarching niche. And then I found this in the social hunter, something completely ridiculous. I could get an illustrator to crank out something like this, throw that on a shirt. You'd be in the big taco niche, but you'd be completely unique in what you're putting up. You'd give people a small laugh or chuckle like you saw me do, and that is how we would get in front of the right audience. So hopefully that answers your question, Amber. I think that was a little bit random, but just to recap for people that showed up, to get into a big niche. So Amber asked, how'd you go about finding a sub niche inside a crowded niche, like, and she mentioned tacos. So this is what I do all the time. The big niches, you know, we're talking unicorns, back to school, tacos, any kind of police, any kind of thing that people do every single day. Those are going to be big niches that sell a lot of different t-shirts. And they're really hard to get into, but the easiest way to get into them is come up with unique sayings. The way I do that is I like to look on Pinterest for stuff that isn't t-shirts. So this right here looks like a button, or I guess it's a patch. Up above, where do we find that other one? Right here. This run right here is just an image, not a t-shirt at all. This right here looks like something you put on a wall. So if you're looking outside of Amazon but inside of, say, Pinterest, which is what we're doing, or Etsy, or any kind of other marketplace, we run those phrases through either Merch Informer, so product search, or I was just showing you how to run it through Merch Research. Look at how many results are on Amazon. If you can come up with a phrase or a saying that shows 0 phrases when you run it through here, but it's in a big niche, you're definitely going to make some sales on that if you optimize your listing correctly. So I know I'm kind of rambling. If you guys are sticking with me, appreciate it. But let's say you found this Like a Taco. Okay, we came down here. We saw this. We saw nothing like that existed on Amazon. We get an illustrator to create it. Now, how do you optimize your listing for that, right? The way I would do that is I'd go into the product search or the merch hunter, and I'd search just taco. All right, I'm just going to do that right here just to speed up the process. Taco, search. You know, these have a lot of reviews, so they're probably oh god, don't do this, Deadpool. Oh, but this is a Marvel design. Okay, so let's back out of that. I'm looking for something that's not a Marvel design. This one is too. Let's see. Okay, this is a taco shirt. What I'm looking for is to pull keywords out of these top sellers, right? So I'd come in here and I'd be like, okay, terrible bullet point. But I might pull out, you know, Mexican food. That's probably a good one. Mexican food. Wow. Okay, that listing is a mess. What about this one? Let's see here. Taco lover. Okay, there's another keyword. I pull out these keywords and I would use those keywords in your design that you had created. So you have a unique design. Okay, you're putting that design in the overarching niche, and you're taking keywords that have been proven to get in front of customers. So I use shirts that are already selling. They might be in the same niche but completely different design. I'll use keywords that make sense in that big niche, in order to get my new shirt in the same big niche in front of the right customers. Hi, Neil. What about the price strategy? All right, so for me personally, okay, I know a lot of people do not like when I talk about price. I personally price middle of the road or lower when I'm doing my research and putting the designs up. So I have no problem starting a design at $14.99, right? I might make $1 a sale. It's really not that impressive. But if I make $1 a sale for, say, 6 months, and someone else is like, well, why would you do that? You can make $5 a sale pricing it at this price. In 6 months from now, if this, I have a shirt like this and it's doing well at $14.99, and I have, say, 10, 20 reviews, and I bump that to $19.99, all of a sudden I'm making a lot more money. I did absolutely nothing, and now I'm crushing everyone else. So that's why I have shirts with 50 plus reviews on them, is because I price low to get that initial kind of volume on those shirts. And it just works. People can argue with me till the cows come home, but it is what worked for me. It is what, economics kind of makes sense. So, yeah, you can price whatever you want. I'm not telling you not to do something. If you want to price all your shirts at $40 because it's Q4, I wish you the best. But, as a customer, if I'm sitting down and I see a t-shirt, let's take the taco niche, for example, right? If I see a t-shirt priced at $29.99 and I like the design, and I have this other unique design, completely different, but it's priced at $14.99, and I'm between the two of them, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, which one am I going to buy for a gift, or which one am I going to buy for myself? I don't know about you, but I'm personally not going to spend $30 on a t-shirt. I probably never will spend $30 on a t-shirt. I'm going to go with the lowest price, and I might be more apt to give that product a review simply because I felt like it was a better deal. So price perception, okay, has a lot to do with the reviews you get. If you spend $30 on a t-shirt and you're like, this t-shirt's a little thin, I'm kind of upset I spent $30. But if I spent $15 on a t-shirt, $14.99, whatever, and I get a good laugh out of it, or someone likes it, even though it might be a thin design, I might be like, that was pretty good value for the money. I'm gonna leave this person a review. So that's kind of the technique that I've used, and so far it's worked out for me. I know it's worked out for a lot of people that listen to what I have to say, but if you don't want to do that at all, don't listen to me. That's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, we're kind of all competing in the Merch by Amazon space. Anyways, but the research that I've just been showing you guys is how you find unique phrases in big niches. It's basically what I do the majority of my research on, because the big niches are where the big money is, and that's where I want to be. It's probably where all you guys want to be too. So keep that in mind. Michael, I joined late. Will this be uploaded to YouTube? Yes, I started recording this before we started, so I will upload that to YouTube probably in the next 20 minutes or so. I don't know how big the file is going to be, so yeah, look for it there under the Merch Informer YouTube channel. But does anyone have any more questions before I hop off here? I think we've kind of covered a lot. But so just wrapping it up, guys, we added 2 new modules here. We have notes over here, super helpful for when you're out and about, or you just have ideas you want to revisit. You can add notes in here. We added a merch calendar, so all these different random holidays in here. So don't expect to be making tons of sales, but I'm telling you, a lot of people buy this random stuff. So this is a good way to get designs up early, make sure you're making money. And in the merch hunter here, we added a BSR slider, which is very, very helpful for kind of niching down your research. Down here, we changed it so you can now sort by sales rank, sort by reviews. We updated the Merch Informer lister to include UK and DE pop sockets. That is still under Google review. I expect it to be maybe a day or two before that goes through, but that should now be updated. We have the Merch Informer graphics over here for anyone who is not on a newbie subscription. We're going to be dropping the new 100 vector pack sometime this week. I don't have an exact date on that. We have a Merch Informer vector license up here. Oh, and we also, in the Merch Hunter, let me just click search. We added these arrows right here. So this is going to let you know, based on the last time that this product right here was scanned, or any of these products, which way the BSR is moving. It's either moving up, so the BSR is going up, which means they're selling less of the product. That's going to be highlighted in red. Or it's going to be trending down, if I can find it, which means the BSR is going down, which means they're selling more of the product. So that's highlighted in green. All right, so that about wraps it up, guys. If you have any questions watching this later, it's going to be on Facebook. Drop them below. I'll swing by and answer them. But otherwise, I appreciate all you guys sticking around and watching this, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks.